Hello, everybody. Thanks for listening to Wake Up, Look Up, a podcast where we connect events happening in real time to the gospel of Jesus Christ. I'm Zach Wyrog, and today we're talking about raising babies, and we're asking the question, who knows how to do it? And the answer, I'll tell you in a minute, is not who you think it is. The reason why I say that is this is coming from an article in The Atlantic this week, which was pointing out the fact that when you find studies or data or medical opinions or parenting opinions about raising infants, they always come with this little warning at the end. You should ask your pediatrician. The reason for that is because most scientific findings and then the conclusions drawn from those findings come from studies, meaning the way we know this medicine will affect people with this disease is we're going to put a lot of people with that disease into a clinical trial, and it's going to spit back to us what it actually produced in their lives. The thing is, though, you can't do that with babies. If you come out with a drug that you say will help babies sleep, for example, there aren't a lot of people out there willing to subject their infant child to your study because it might make babies grow a third ear. And so we don't want to find out the hard way. We don't know for sure that the things we believe about babies are actually true. So we tell people you should check with your doctor. Of course, the irony of that is that your doctor doesn't really know any more than you know. They would know what they were taught in medical school, and then they know what they've been taught by their moms and grandmas. In fact, there's one hilarious story in the article that says that a pediatrician took his own baby home from the hospital, and it was wearing a hat, one of those little toboggan hats they put on babies. And when he got home, he wasn't sure if he could take the hat off. So he called one of his pediatrician buddies. So we have two pediatricians, and he said to him, "Hey, when can you take the hat off?" To which his buddy said, "I have no idea." So you can ask your pediatrician. He might not know, or she might not know any more than you do. I remember when I brought my first child home from the hospital, he didn't sleep for 2 days, and 2 days of zero sleep is going to make anybody go crazy. And I remember when we took him home from the hospital, they had told us, do not lay him on his stomach. If you lay him on his stomach, bad things will happen. Well, for 2 days, he didn't sleep. So I remember saying to my wife as we were in bed one night at 3:00 in the morning, saying to her, we need to try putting him on his stomach. And in a very solemn moment saying, if he dies, I won't blame you and you won't blame me, but we have to sleep. We went in there and turned him over on his stomach, and he slept for what felt like 24 hours. I remember telling that story to my parents and them laughing and saying, you always slept on your stomach. Why wouldn't you put him on your stomach? I guess my point is, doctors are helpful, science is helpful, studies are helpful, but they don't tell us everything. Actually, the best resource for raising babies is probably not your pediatrician. It's probably your mom or your grandma or the moms and grandmas at your local church. You see, this is one way that the church is really meant to be the church. The church is a community of people who can speak wisdom and love and experience into your lives. This is why I'm always challenging you. Don't just be part of a local church, be part of its community, and not just with the people who look like you. If you are only friends with other young couples with children, guess what? None of you are going to know whether you can take the hat off or whether you can lay the baby on their stomach. Some of the best wisdom, some of the most meaningful relationships waiting for you in the church are with people older than you. By the way, it's meaningful for them too, because most of them are now isolated from the automatic community that comes from having children. It's a way for you to serve each other. Now, I do want to add in a little warning here for the older and younger person alike. It begins with relationship. Join a small group that is blended in age diversity. Serve in an area of the church that puts you around people who are younger than you, to whom you can give love and wisdom, to people who are older than you, from whom you can receive encouragement and advice. Build relationships first. But as you build those relationships, what you'll find is that the wisdom you're looking for actually isn't coming from your pediatrician, but from a community of older men and women who can pass down generational knowledge about what it looks like to love and care for that baby. By the way, not just when they're a baby, but when they're a toddler, an adolescent, a teenager, and even into adulthood, God has designed the church to be an ever-present source of community and wisdom for us. So sure, ask your pediatrician. But then if you want a real answer, go to church and ask someone there. Hey, thanks so much for watching this video. While you're here, we'd love to ask you to hit subscribe or to like so you get future content. If you listen to the audio version too, make sure you leave a review and a comment. That really helps. Consider sharing it on social media and helping us get the word out. And hey, while you're here, check out all the other content that Christ Community Chapel is putting out, including the videos that are around me right now.